So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems Wayne Gretzky, the anti-Montreal Canadian, the guy who didn't congratulate the Habs winning the 93 Cup, the player many people think is the greatest player of all time, which he's not, I guess he can't speak for himself. Donald Trump said today in a very important statement from the Orange Fuckface's office that Gretzky supports Canada remaining an independent country. Hockey legend attended Trump's inauguration election night party. Now, it's well known that Wayne Gretzky is a big Donald Trump fan, just like Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito and Derek Sanderson are all traitors to Canada. You should all be basically not allowed back in Canada. Wayne Gretzky's a traitor 24/7. He supports Trump. There is no argument. When you support Donald Trump, you're a traitor to Canada. Now, the hockey legend, no longer legend in my mind, attended Trump's inauguration election night party. See, the Canadian media were been so preoccupied with what Trump was saying about us, we forgot that Wayne Gretzky is good friends with Donald Trump, just like Bobby Orr, just like Esposito, and all the fools who want to break up our country for the sake of sucking the cock of a billionaire. Now, according to CBC, U.S. President Donald Trump is voicing his support for hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, while suggesting the former NHLer isn't keen of the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state. Now, he didn't say this. This is Trump's words. Gretzky has drawn the ire of some Canadians, all Canadians, in recent weeks, due to his affiliation with Trump, who has threatened Canada with steep tariffs and talked about making the country the 51st state, while mockingly referring to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as governor. Now, Trump took to his social media platform, Truth Social, on Wednesday, February 26th, to say Gretzky is a proud Canadian. Wayne Gretzky is a fantastic guy. They call him the Great One, and he is. He could run for any political office in Canada and win, which he can't, because here we have a legislative process. He wouldn't lead anything from now on. Wayne is my friend, and he wants to make me happy? Okay. And is therefore somewhat low-key about Canada remaining a separate country rather than becoming the 51st state. Now, as boldly bullshit as this is, Wayne Gretzky should know better by now. Now, maybe he was hanging out with Peter Pocklington too long, or Bruce McNall, that crook. John Candy should have changed him into a nicer person. Now, rather than become a cherished and beautiful 51st state, the president wrote, Wayne and Janet, his wonderful wife, love Canada, and he should only support Canada and whatever else makes the Canadian people and Governor Justin Trudeau happy. So instead of helping out Ukraine and trying to solve that war, what did Justin Trudeau do this week? He was leading numerous countries, and we're going to join the EU down the road. There's no doubt about it. That's the big movement that's going on right now. Now, apart from being the NHL's all-time points leader and probably one of the most hated hockey players of all time, Gretzky helped Canada victory over the Soviet Union in '87 and selected the 2002 Canadian team that bet the U.S. for gold at the Salt Lake City Olympics. He was pro-Canada back then and playing the victim card, but if he supported Trump back then, it was all two-faced. The Great One's association with the president, he attended Trump's inauguration as an election night party and wore a MAGA hat, Nazi swastika, has rubbed some Canadians the wrong way. Now, the anger appeared to come to a head during the final game of the NHL's Four Nations tournament, where Gretzky was introduced as Canada's honorary captain. He didn't ask Paul Henderson, who's still alive. He asked Gretzky, and Gretzky gave the thumbs up to the American bench while he thought nobody was watching. TSN reporter Dave Naylor called out Gretzky's affiliation with the U.S. president in a post on X, or we like to call the Nazi Twitter. Just going to state, as a matter of factly, the honorary captain for Canada's game publicly supports a political leader whose position is that Canada should not exist as a nation, he wrote. Freelance hockey writer Ken Campbell said choosing Gretzky was tone deaf, while University of Ottawa professor Thomas Junot said it was a lousy choice. His post on Wednesday, Trump seemed to be aware of some of the resentment toward Gretzky. He hasn't acknowledged we bet the States in overtime, by the way, last Thursday. He's the greatest Canadian of them all, which is not true. And I'm therefore making him a free agent because I don't want anyone in Canada to say anything bad about him. It's too fucking late, you orange fuckface. You're a complete and fucking idiot. The only reason you knew hockey was around, you rid on the coattails of John Bassett after he gave up the WHA, became the USFL. Notice that Donald Trump never tried to buy a hockey team. You know why? he could probably get shot on the first visit to the dressing room. And the Ketchup brothers, the Kachuks, saying, "Oh, we're going to beat those maple syrup eaters." If you want to get it started, we're going to clean your clock. And what's going to happen there if Montreal makes the playoffs? Toronto wins the Stanley Cup this year. You think that's not enough momentum for a Canadian team not to win the cup again? Now, he supports Canada the way as it is, as he should, even though it's not nearly as good as it could be as part of the greatest and more powerful country in the world. You may be powerful, but you're not great. So here we have, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I knew the worm had turned with Gretzky. He made it publicly he was suffering from a heavy case of arthritis a few years ago. And he did the publicity like it was front page news. Eventually doing this arthritis commercials, and these vaccination ads are just terrible. Now, let's put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the greatest player of all time. Was Gordie Howe political? No. Okay? He played for money and he helped these kids, right? And he gave you the elbows. Maurice Richard was political, but was thrust upon him. He wasn't a federalist or a provincial leader. He just helped lead the Quiet Revolution against British rule in Quebec, right? Okay, Guy Lafleur was never political. Mike Bossy was never political. Mary Lemieux was never political. He was just a heavy smoker and a cancer sufferer. Why the fascination that Gretzky had with Donald Trump? It makes absolutely fucking no sense. He comes from a part of Ontario that's a very moderate place of Ontario. His father's dead. His father would be ashamed to know that he supports Donald Trump. This is the guy, Donald Trump, has said he doesn't want us to exist. Like, just because a bully goes into a legion and starts drinking everybody's beer and tries to dance with the women, he's not going to make it out alive. You could do that in the States. You don't do that in Canada. He's going to get a fucking bullet. It's going to be Conkey from Trailer Park Boys or a blessed veteran from the States. He's on barred fucking time, TikTok. He and Musk are going to get something down the road. It's not going to be Canadian. But when it happens, you know what we're going to say like Justin Timberlake, what goes around comes around. You see, and when you start making fun of us playing hockey, ladies and gentlemen, when the Russian nation had nuclear weapons pointed at the States, they were turned to Canada for 2 weeks because we're playing the Russians, especially the last 4 games in Piastani in the 72-7 series. Wayne Gretzky they should say to Wayne Gretzky from now on, you're banned from Hockey Canada. You should be not allowed in any shape or form anything with Team Canada ever again. You should get lost. Okay? It's like supporting a pedophile. This guy is trying to rape Canada against our will, and he's saying, well, if you move the ass a little bit higher, you can go deeper. That's what Wayne Gretzky has done to us. Wayne Gretzky's a traitor. He never congratulated 93. I gave him a pass on that, but too late, so sad. Donald Trump and Wayne Gretzky, Elon Musk, you're treated the same style. Wayne Gretzky, you're no longer Canadian in my eyes. You were at one point. But when you take up for the enemy, bye-bye. Okay? You're a capitulator. Just like the people in Holland or Romania and different countries supporting the Nazis, you're a capitulator. Like Lindbergh in the States, the pacifists that supported Hitler. Gretzky's a disgrace. Any fan of Gretzky has to look at themselves saying, don't want to. He's tarnished every. And Messier was in the crowd with PK Subban. He was excited. You couldn't get Mark Messier to do it. Carey Price. Did you not know he supported Trump? I knew he supported somebody, but it wasn't. It wasn't Biden. I mean, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I blame Janet Jones. I think he's got Twitter paid. He should have stayed with his girlfriend who was on SCTV before he met. That's all I can say. So Wayne Gretzky, traitor to Canada. He was a traitor to the Montreal Canadiens. Now he's a traitor to Canada. Just a continuation. So ladies and gentlemen, like what they're doing with our update on the Trump file, the cunt-faced, fuck-faced bastard, who, according to Bill Hicks, may have sucked Satan's cock many years ago. That's his prediction for Trump. If you like what we're doing here with our political podcast, have a good night. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And if you're a Trump supporter, get the fuck off my channel. Have a good one. Bye.